Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers reveal a preview clip has been released for Tuesday, June 24, 2025. It shows Lucy Coe, Lynn Herring, issuing a proposition to Jen Sidwell, Carlo Roto, and Marco Rios, Adrian Ancondo. There will be the aftermath of Tracy Quartermain's Jane Elliott press conference. Plus, Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, issues a plea to Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the ABC soap opera. Let's begin with Willow Tate, Kathleen McMullen, who has decided to tell Michael her big plan. When the nurse explains that she is marrying Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, Michael will blow up. In a preview clip for today's episode, Michael informs his ex-wife that if she marries Drew, then she will never see Wiley Corinthos, Viron Weaver, and Amelia Corinthos, Sequoia, and Serenity Morco Mac ever again. However, Willow stands up to her ex-husband. The nurse says that Michael is used to getting what he wants, but not this time. Fans know that once Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros, heard the engagement news, she panicked. Nina went to Carly and urged her to let Willow see the children. Nina reasoned that if Willow could have access to her children, then she might not marry Drew. Next, we will see Carly ask Michael if he's truly sure about banning Willow from the children forever. General Hospital spoilers reveal that in today's episode, fans will see the aftermath of Tracy's press conference move. Tracy agreed to Drew's deal. Then when the cameras pointed at her, she told them the truth. Drew really couldn't do much when the cameras were live, but afterward, he will get some revenge, I'm sure. Fans will also see Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, and Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, face off. Jordan tells the doctor to be a woman and stand up. There is also the situation with Kai Taylor, Jen's Austin Astrup, overhearing intel. Will the young man tell Drew what he overheard? Now that Kai is working for the congressman, he could feel compelled to tell him what he knows. However, this could cause issues with Kai's romance to Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali. Plus, Lucy offers to help Sidwell while Marco sits and listens. This is likely about Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, but this could be one messy situation. Port Charles is about to be rocked by yet another emotionally charged day, as General Hospital spoilers for Monday, June 24 tease a thrilling mix of high-stakes showdowns, vulnerable propositions, fierce aftermaths, and a desperate mother's plea to hold on to what she cherishes most. Whether you're glued to Lucy's next bold move, waiting to see what Tracy does in the fallout of her latest manipulation, or pulling for Carly as she battles for custody, this episode is setting up fireworks just in time for summer. Kicking things off is Lucy Coe, who's stepping into dangerous waters once again. Lucy has never been one to shy away from the drama, but this time, her offer could change not only her life, but the trajectory of Deception Cosmetics. In a bold move that stuns even her closest allies, Lucy presents a proposition to a surprising party, Martin. Her ex-lover is taken aback when she suggests a temporary partnership, not personal, but strictly professional. Still stinging from their recent falling out, Martin hesitates. Lucy, however, is playing the long game. She knows Deception's survival may depend on someone with insider legal knowledge. And despite everything, Martin is the one man who knows the company's vulnerabilities better than anyone. But Lucy isn't just thinking about the company. Could her proposal be a veiled attempt to reconnect with the man she once loved? Viewers will be left wondering if her motivations are purely business, or if her heart is pushing her into murky waters again. Her timing couldn't be worse, or better, depending on how you look at it. Because Martin is also grappling with a legal dilemma of his own. His allegiance to Valentine Casadine has left a sour taste in his mouth, and he's reevaluating his priorities. Will Lucy's surprise offer be the very thing that helps Martin regain his confidence? or will it blow up in both their faces? Meanwhile, over at the Quartermain mansion, Tracy is facing consequences she never expected. The fallout from her ruthless play against Brooklyn and her interference in the ELQ takeover attempt has caused ripples that are reaching every corner of the estate. Ned is livid, and Olivia is beyond done with Tracy's manipulative behavior. Even Lois, who normally keeps her cool, can't bite her tongue anymore. Tracy is now cornered, forced to explain herself to a room full of people she's betrayed. But if fans think Tracy will fold under pressure, they clearly don't know her well enough. Instead of apologizing, she doubles down, justifying her actions as tough love, and calling out the younger generation for their emotional decisions. This sends Brooklyn over the edge, and a fiery mother-daughter style confrontation explodes between them. Brooklyn calls Tracy out for meddling in both her personal and professional life, and makes it clear that if Tracy doesn't start respecting boundaries, she may find herself on the outside looking in. But Tracy has a card left to play, and she's about to pull it. She hints at a bigger threat to the Quartermain family, one that could make them all realize just how much danger they're really in. Is this a scare tactic, or does Tracy know something that nobody else does? With mob ties, political alliances, and corporate espionage all still looming, it may be too early to rule anything out. Elsewhere, Carly Spencer is locked in one of the most painful battles of her life. As spoilers indicate, Carly's custody hearing is moving forward, and she's pulling out all the stops to convince the court that she is the best and safest guardian for Donna. With Sonny no longer the secure patriarch he once was, thanks to his erratic behavior and alleged mental decline, Carly believes she has every right to protect her daughter. But Diane warns her that nothing is guaranteed. Sonny still has powerful allies, and the judge may not be convinced that Carly's world is any safer. Carly is not one to give up, and Monday's episode sees her making an emotional plea both in court and to her inner circle. She asks Jason for character support, reminding him how much Sonny's instability has affected their children in the past. But Jason is torn. He knows Carly is right, but betraying Sonny, even indirectly, comes with consequences. He tries to stay neutral, but Carly needs him to choose. And in a shocking moment, Jason appears to lean toward supporting her. This doesn't go unnoticed. Dex, who has recently re-emerged with new insight into Sonny's condition, confronts Jason in private. He warns him that turning his back on Sonny might not only rupture their friendship, but put them all in jeopardy. Carly overhears part of this conversation and starts to second-guess whether dragging Jason into her fight was the right move. Also heating up is the looming threat over Ava Jerome. Though not the center of the day's drama, Ava finds herself pulled back into the chaos when Tracy drops that veiled warning about a larger Quartermain threat. Ava, now living on the property, overhears more than she should and begins to suspect someone is targeting the family, and possibly using her as a pawn. As she digs for answers, she's unaware that her own past is creeping up fast. A mysterious envelope lands at her door. No sender, no return address. Inside, a single photograph of her with Nicholas, dated only days before his final disappearance. Ava's breath catches as she stares at the proof of what she thought had been buried. The game isn't over, and someone wants her to know it. Back at the hospital, Elizabeth has her hands full as Finn continues his downward spiral. Finn struggles with his career addiction, and recent alienation from Violet are taking a toll on him, and spoilers say he may finally hit rock bottom. Elizabeth is trying to juggle her feelings for him with her need to protect Violet, but it's not getting any easier. When Finn misses a scheduled check-in with a counselor, Liz tracks him down and finds him passed out in his car. What happens next could determine the future of their relationship, and Liz must make a hard choice. Save the man or walk away for good. Finn, half-conscious, mutters a name Liz hasn't heard in years: Reiko. The ghost of his past is clearly haunting him, and viewers should prepare for a deeper dive into his unresolved trauma. On the younger side of town, Jocelyn and Trina are trying to return to normalcy after months of chaos, but that won't last long. Trina has been trying to focus on her art program, but a surprise visitor throws everything into question. Spencer's grandmother, Laura, returns with cryptic news from her trip abroad. She tells Trina she found clues suggesting Spencer might not be gone forever, and that he may have faked part of his departure to protect Trina from something darker. Trina, shaken but hopeful, tries to process what that means. Could Spencer still be alive? And if so, what is he protecting her from? Joss urges caution but supports her friend as Trina decides whether to reopen that chapter of her life. Meanwhile, Christina Corinthos Davis is having a tough day of her own. Her surrogacy journey has hit another snag, and this time it's emotional. After a tense interaction with Blaze, Christina starts to question whether she truly understands the impact of the choices she's made. Her passion for motherhood is strong, but there's a growing feeling that she's isolating herself from those she loves most. In Monday's episode, she seeks out Alexis for guidance.